And I was in Texas for RTX, which is a convention type thing held by Rooster Teeth. And I'm not going to go into the whole explanation of what Rooster Teeth is, go Google it or something. On to day 2. Day 2 started really early because we had to get down there like super early, and I mean like before the sun rose, to get in line for the Achievement Hunter panel, because that is a very popular panel. So popular that there is 2 of them. So we got down there and we were like one of the first in line, and we waited in line for like a few hours. But we got in there and it was still pretty early. But we sat down, we got like almost front row seats. It was pretty much the row behind where all the reserve seats were. As we were walking in there, we saw Caleb, and he was like standing there helping out the Guardians and handing out stickers and counting people and stuff, which was really cool. He's really involved in all this stuff. And also the Guardians were really nice as well, and just super helpful all the time, because most of the time I didn't know where I was or what I was doing. Anyway, we were sitting in there and we saw Caleb, and he was doing some stuff and he was talking to some people, so we're like, oh, we should go up there and maybe get a photo or something. So we went up there and he was being super nice and taking photos with people and signing things, so I got him to also sign my creepy little bear. So he signed it there, I think? Yeah. And while we're sitting in there, heaps of like different Rooster Teeth people started coming in. We saw John Risinger, and he's like one of my favourite people. He's just awesome. So I got a photo with him, which was amazing. And we saw just a bunch of like Rooster Teeth people come in. So then the Achievement Hunter panel started, and it was awesome. It started out with the slow-mo intro thing that is now on YouTube, so you should go check that out because it's freaking amazing. So yeah, the Achievement Hunter panel was just basically heaps of people, you know, asking questions and heaps of hilarious things, and then Ryan almost killing Caden with a chair. That was a little terrifying. But yeah, the Achievement Hunter panel was amazing, and I'm so glad I got to go to it. After the Achievement Hunter panel, we went back downstairs and we went to the Rooster Teeth store, because that's what you do when you're there, and also because shipping to Australia costs like an arm and a leg. Okay? I only got 2 of them. I'm gonna use them wisely. By the time I got to the checkout, I had like armfuls of things, and I was like, my arms were sore from carrying them all. And I'm not gonna tell you how much I spent because it was bad. And I'll be talking about more of what I bought in another video, because that could take up a whole video. So after that, we went down to Griffin Ramsey. She had a booth at RTX, and I love her work, and she's just amazing and super talented and stuff. So we waited in line for that, and I met her, and she is also like really beautiful in real life and just amazing. And she signed my little bear as well. And we were talking about one of like her carvings and stuff, and she told us to smell one of them because it was made from a certain wood, and I can't remember what it was. So we smelled it, and it smelled pretty good. But her work is just absolutely amazing. I love it. Oh, another thing I did, which I forgot about, is I played the Ruby game while I was at RTX, and I loved it. I really want like the full. I can't wait for the full version to come out because it is awesome, and I'm amazing at it. And later that day when we were walking around, we saw Dan. I can't pronounce his last name because I said it was Dan Grushy, I don't know, I'm sorry. But we saw him, one of the slow-mo guys, if you don't know who that is. We saw him walking around, so we got a photo with him, which was awesome because I didn't think I'd get to actually see him at all. And then later that day, just before we left, I saw this like big line building up for someone, and I'm like, well, someone's over there, we should go over there. And it was Ray, which was really freaking awesome. So we waited in line for him, and while we were waiting in line, I met Tina Dayton, who is super nice and funny, and she was like signing people's badges and stuff and drawing things on them, so I'm like, sign my bear! And she wrote this, so this is my favourite thing on this bear. And then we got to meet Ray, and that was really awesome. He's just really awesome. And he also signed my bear. There. And then I think that's it for day 2. On to day 3, which was a shorter day because I only spent like half the day there because I was exhausted and seen all I could see pretty much. But day 3, we were walking around again, and we were near the main stage, and I like spotted out of the corner of my eye. I'm just like, oh my god, I think that's Bernie. So yeah, I met Bernie Burns, which was really awesome because all of these people that I met, I didn't really think I'd actually get to see because they're so busy and whatever. But I actually met him, and that was so amazing. He is like the nicest person ever. He was taking one of his kids up to the main stage, and he's just like, okay, I'm just going to take my kid up to the stage, and I'm just going to introduce him to people, and I'll be right back. So if you want a photo, then just stay here. So I'm like, yeah, let's stay here then. And then he like came back and he's just like super nice, and I think he had a signing to go to like straight after this, but he was still like meeting all of these people and signing things, and he's just really nice. And he also signed my bear. Last person to sign my bear was Bernie, so that was awesome, and he's super nice. And then later that day we went to another panel, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was really cool. And then I saw Ryan walking around. Well, not walking around. I saw Ryan signing things, but unfortunately the line had been like capped, which is like fair enough because there was already heaps of people there. So I kind of just like hung around and just kind of like got a little look at him because that sounds really creepy. But I was just like, whatever. So I kind of saw him and I took a little photo of him while he was standing next to the giant tower of pimps. And yeah, that was really cool. And I also bought some more stuff on the last day. So I basically, you know, filled my suitcase up with pointless crap that I'll probably never need, but you know, who cares. I also got this at RTX, which is my RTX shirt. And you can't see it, but I'll get some stuff of it later. My RTX poster, and it says, "What happens at RTX stays on the internet." So yeah, all in all, it was a really, really fun weekend, and I met some really cool people. And I really hope I can go back again next year. Although it's a little tough because plane tickets are expensive, and I still don't have a job. But yeah, I think that's it for my RTX adventures. If you want to hear more about my adventures at RTX, then I post a lot of stuff on Twitter, I think. So go follow me on Twitter, which I'll leave a link in the description. So that's about it. Bye!